Hi, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Cancer, we will just dive right in and see what's going on for you for the upcoming month of basically all of November. And we're starting with an overall energy here. Wow. The first card is already out. I was going to say you're going to have plenty of time to figure out whether this is your reading or not, to then decide if you want to come to the extension with me at the end of this reading. Your first card is already out. Archangel Raphael, provider of healing of mind, body, and spirit. And I would say spirit doesn't need any healing, but perhaps your physical body, emotional body, mental body, all of the other bodies I'm down with. And there's I see a butterfly there. Remember, this is the overall energy. We're just going to go deeper and deeper and see what's going on here. We have the tree of life sort of running through you. Big transformation with the butterfly. We have a big butterfly down here, and we have several butterflies up here, which for me, what was I gonna say? Which for me talks about transformation. Although we can look at this as this is Raphael, we can also say that this is you. Like you're becoming healed, you're healing all your bodies, which makes you quite powerful. Let's see what this is about. Let's go into this energy here. Why is this here for Cancer, please? It's like I'm getting this feeling like it's worth it again. It's worth it again. Like it's worth it for me to invest in this. It's worth it for me to go out and see people. It's worth it for me to start dating again. It's almost like you're starting up again. There's a lot of healing that has taken place within inside of you with I'm not kidding when I'm saying with all of your bodies, like your dimensional. That's a fifth body that I just added, the dimensional. Your emotional and mental and your physical body. Like you have definitely healed a lot within inside of yourself. So you probably feel this tree of life, like this urge, this passion is reignited again, which is quite awesome. It's worth it. It's worth getting out there to you again. And I feel like that's quite recent. It's quite recently that you feel that. Mending. Yeah. We are done with the mending. I'm going to read this out of the book because that's what I'm inspired to do. But we have come to a close here. You have been mending something, been working to close the gap between you and another person. If there's been sort of any conflicts, any drama, any falling out of situation, it can be mending things from your childhood as well, like going way back when you're mending things within yourself, because we have this grand healing taking place within inside of you. That is like in itself is talking about, like it can be all walks of life through your life that you have been mending within yourself. But we have come to a close now because we have 52 there, and we have 52 weeks in a year. We don't have a full circle, but we have 52 weeks in a year. So I would say that you're in your final week. You're in your final week of wrapping this up, and then like you're done. I don't know if anybody ever gets done, but you're definitely on your way to feeling quite profoundly whole, which is really beautiful. I'm going to read from the book number 52. We're probably very much at the end of the book. 46, 50, 52. The essential meaning of this card is forgiveness, making amends, healing, and healing after arguments. Exactly. The Oracle's message is saying, each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and and integrating, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to very things we need to heal, the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. So maybe have been playing something out in your mind over and over again. They said this, they did that, you said this, you did that, or they didn't do this, or they didn't do that, or whatever this is for you. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. Wow. So no wonder there's such great healing taking place here with the Archangel Raphael. Is very fitting. But the relationship message says, you've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. So there seems to be a person of your past that even though you're not together anymore, even though you are together or you're not together anymore, they have an effect on you. Like there's something that will show up every once in a while and it makes you go to think about them. Or like if you have kids together, like you have to think about them. Or there's something like it smells like this, or something shows up on television, or every once in a while it will just bring back memories for you and you're affected by it. And from the book, what it says, whether you're aware of it or not, you're affected by it. You're affected by it. Hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? ? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and honest redress. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Only good will come of forgiveness and an honest redress. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Yeah. There's somebody from your past that hurt you, or that it was hurt between you people. And you you need to clear this energy. Like it's still there. It still lingers in your energy field. But that's why Archangel Raphael is here. Like you're clearing everything out. There's tremendous healing going on in all of your bodies. And you're probably feeling it. Maybe you're a little bit on a roller coaster journey right now, because sometimes you're on a high. Sometimes you're in a good day because you're in a very present moment and you're not thinking too much about them. And then on another day, there's something that comes to mind, or you're supposed to leave your kids there or whatever with this person. And something comes up and there it is again. Like it's just infected. It's still there. It still lingers with you. We need to clear that out. And then we have the prosperity message that says, everyone makes mistakes, especially when you want something very badly. You may come to realize that in chasing after the pretty, shiny thing, you lost sight of the long-term, sustainable prosperity. Sometimes you make choices that look good at first, but ultimately lead to loss or failure. It's time to forgive yourself and others. Don't blame anyone else. You get to start again, wiser and more mature. The journey to true abundance can be bumpy. Yeah, it's exactly what I said with the roller coaster journey here. Make amends to anyone you may have hurt along the way, especially yourself. Forgive those who may have taken advantage of you. Let go and learn from this. You are now that much closer to achieving the kind of prosperity that really fulfills you. Nothing is ever lost or wasted when you view it from this perspective. I love this. And then I want to read out the protection message here. So I will here. Heartache is a strange healer of souls. Our grief strips away our masks and loosens our tight holds on our separateness, where we view ourselves as I and the world as it. Loss allows us to see ourselves as part of a larger scheme, opening up to sympathy, empathy, and dependence on others in the moment when we can't hold ourselves together. And it leads us to become one with a greater whole again. Pain and suffering is part of life, and none of us will be immune to it. Can you view this loss, this pain, this dissonance as a way back to source? Let your sorrow break your heart wide open. You will never be left behind. You are loved now more than ever by Spirit, who does not want you to feel alone. One day you will look back and you know this truth. So this went bad. So I understand that this is not like some light, fluffy, something after, I can't talk today. Something happened like in an afternoon. And that afternoon you talked about it for a little bit, and then it annoyed you, and maybe you need to forgive someone for that, but then it was over. No, this is like, if it's not even a partner, it can even be like childhood abuse. It can even be like there was a parent in your life, they did not know how to meet you or greet you or inspire you and uplift you. They just did not know that. They did not know how to be around you and love you. Or this is like a relationship that you've been in, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a co-worker situation, boss, employee, a romantic partner, as I said, parent-child, whatever this is for you, this goes deeper. Like this has been for you a constant, maybe it even has started like in your childhood years. This reading goes deep, because you might have even started it in childhood years. And then in order for you to sort of solve it, in order for you to recognize it, or like, how do I even heal this? And when we're 15 years old, when we're 5 or 15, we're not going to understand that there's been trauma to us, and we don't understand how to heal it properly. But when we're 25 and 35 and 45 and so forth, it's like we might find ourselves in similar, it doesn't look the same at all. It might be in a completely different setting, so that you don't even understand that it's the same trauma that you're dealing with. But there's a similar thing going on here where you feel probably not heard, not listened to, not like understood. And maybe you're just dealing with a drama queen or drama king on top of the, and or somebody that's really toxic, or somebody that's really manipulative, or somebody in your life that now actually just plays out what you were taught in childhood or in youth, like in your in your young adulthood. And now it's like you're playing it out again to get a hold of not so much what they're putting you through right now, because it's almost like they're a mirror of what you already have been through in your past, if that makes any sense. So this is mending on all fronts. Like this is mending from every body inside your body and every age. This is where we need to get into the clean slate and just start over. But like it said in the book, you're so much wiser for it. You're so much more loved for it, because when these things happen, when we crack our heart open like that, when our heart literally breaks, it breaks open. It cracks, but it cracks open. And so when it cracks open, that's when you really are coming into the true love, the true potential of what really love means. And it sucks that you had to go through this route, to figure that out or to get to that feeling. But you've never been in a better place than now to receive real love and real intimacy and someone really understanding you, or ending up like at a job situation where you're maybe even treasured for the first time, where people look at you and say, oh my God, you're such a value to this company. Like, we're so, people are not, we can switch people out every once in a while and it's not going to be like all that different, but it's like, no, they really would be at loss here if you quit, because you're such a value to this company or to this job. So there's something like later in life, or as you're mending this, as we're and what I'm getting here is like, you might even have stepped away from it for a while. You might have been out of that situation for like a year or a couple of years even. You might have been out of that situation, and it's like, it's not like it's caught up with you so much as it is, I feel like you're ready to deal with it. You're ready to deal with this healing. But that might just, it might feel like it's coming out of left field, because you might feel like you don't have anything to attach it to. It's like, why do I feel all of a sudden so freaking alone, or so sad, or there's symptoms in your physical body, like you're tense and you're, I don't know, inflamed and you're itchy and you're like, it's all of these things going on in your physical body, and you're like, what is going, like, I don't have any reference point. I don't know what's going on. Can be that planet Earth is sort of also doing a lot of things at the same time, and actually planet Earth's shifts can actually help you to sort of purge these things out of your bodies. It's not just your physical body. And then the emotional body can just be that, for instance, if this has been a romantic partnership, it can be, for instance, that maybe you've been single for a bit, like maybe you even promise yourself you're never going to be in a relationship ever again. That type of big, and then you all of a sudden feel like you're ready to participate. You're ready to, I want to be part of this. I want to be, like I said, I'm ready to, it's worth it again. So I'm ready to participate. And then it feels like it could even be that you're like going on a date, and this date is something around the lines with, you only met them in order for you to say, I don't want to be with you. Or you only come together with them only to sort of really make a strong decision about what it is that you want. Something around those lines. So it's not like you're doing it like, what's up with these people that I can't just meet the right person. No, it feels like there's a couple of test runs here. There's a couple of, like, just for you to almost strengthen your, and it's not like you're a douchebag to these people that you're meeting. They're getting something out of it as well. But if you're meeting for like a couple of coffees, there's a couple of interactions there with another person, only for you to find out that you really don't want to be with them. It's almost like the purpose is for you to sort of strengthen your own saying no, only to get closer to your yeses, if that makes any sense. Okay, I know it's just 2 cards and it's quite clear what this is about. I'm going to move this into the extension. So if you feel like, yeah, this is my story, you will feel completely if you resonate with this, and maybe for some people this time it's just not your reading. So just feel whether this is true for you or not. If it is, you're so welcome to the extension. The link to that is in the description box down below. If not, thank you so much for watching, Cancer. I hope to see you back soon. Bye, guys.